Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about which topside control you need for your Balboa Spa Pack. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so a topside control, something that looks a bit like this, is the buttons that control not only your pumps and the blower, they enable you to set the temperature of your hot tub, they allow you to turn the lights on in some cases. Now, the topside control, and I've done videos on this before, has to match up with the Spa Pack. And in this particular video, I'm going to concentrate on the Balboa range because it's kind of confusing. Now, with a lot of us trying to keep older hot tubs running rather than replacing them, the topside control is something that you may need to replace. Now, physically changing a topside control is super easy to do. You prise it out of the tub. It's normally stuck in with double-sided sticky tape. Inside of the Spa Pack itself, you open up the Spa Pack. There's normally a couple of screws that hold the front on, and that will give you then access to the control board that's behind. You unplug the topside control and you plug in a new one. It's really, really easy. It's something that pretty much everybody can do, and you just make sure that you've turned the power off before you go into that Spa Pack. So really easy to actually change it. The difficult bit is identifying which topside control you actually need. They look very similar. You can't just do it on look alone. You need to look at model numbers. You actually need to compare the model numbers of your Spa Pack with the model number of your topside control. Now, before we get into this, always a great opportunity for me to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on my channel focuses on DIY hot tubs, parts, building hot tubs, plunge pools, heat pumps, and pretty much everything in between. Okay, so with that out the way, Balboa topside controls. Let's start with the really easy one. So around about the 2015 mark, and if I've got this date wildly wrong, somebody can let me know in the comments, Balboa released the BP range of Spa Packs. So BP 501s, BP 601s, BP 2000s. All of these were under the BP, so B for Bravo, P for Percy range of products. And what they did was they standardized the topside control with this range. And I think it was because of the minefield that we're going to take a look at later on in this video that they actually did so. Now, with the BP range, it's really, really simple. Any BP pack will work with a TP, so that's T for Tommy, P for Percy range of topside control. It will also work with any range of Spa Touch. So Spa Touch are the graphical controls. They come in a range of Spa Touch 1 through 3. There's also a new 4 that's being released, and there's a Spa Touch Mini as well. And they will all work with the BP range of Spa Packs as well. So it's really, really simple with the BP range, right back from the 501s up to the newly released BP 7. They all follow the same rule, and they all work with any of the T for Tommy, P for Percy range of topside controls, as well as the Spa Touch and the Control My Spa as well. And that's the Wi-Fi module that you can add to any of the BP Spa Packs. Okay, so with the easy one out the way, let's move to the second easiest, which is the EL and the GL range of Spa Packs. So these were the forerunners to the BPs, so they're slightly older. Pretty straightforward with these as well. Any of the topside controls that start with the letters ML, that's M for mother, L for Lima, they will work with the EL and the GL Spa Packs. So Balboa did start to standardize somewhat with the ELs and the GLs. Lots of different letters in here, but you're looking for a topside that begins with the letters M for mother, L for Lima, and that will work quite happily with those EL and GL Spa Packs. Now on to the most complicated and the most popular range of Spa Packs when you're looking to replace a topside control from Balboa. Now, there's 2 different models here. We've got the VS and we have the GS. VS stands for Value Series and GS stands for Global Series. And these two are by far the most popular version of Spa Pack that are found in so many different brands of OEM hot tub. So by OEM hot tub, I mean a manufacturer that creates the hot tub itself under their own name, will put some Balboa kit inside of that hot tub to make it work. The VS and the GS are by far, as I've said, the most popular spa packs that you will find inside of these tubs, and they come in so many different forms, so many different model numbers, but at the heart of it is this VS and GS spa pack. So what are these all about? Well, the most important thing that we have to do is we've got to match the model number of the spa pack with the model number of the topside control. We definitely cannot do this by look, because the appearance of some of the topsides, they look identical, but they won't actually work. And in some cases, they'll even plug into the spa pack, but they won't work either. So let's dive in and take a look. On your spa pack, you're looking for the model number. So you might, for example, have VS 501DZ or DZ. Okay, let's start with the rules of how we're going to match up anything from this VS or GS series. Firstly, any VL topside control panel that ends in the letter D, and that's D for David, will work with any VS or GS panel that ends in DZ or DZ, so Delta Zulu. Any VL panel that ends with the letter S, so that's S for Sierra, will work with any VS or GS panel that ends in SZ or SZ, so that's Sierra Zulu. The rest of the VL topside controls will work with any of the other VS or GS spa packs, is it getting confusing, that ends with any other letter that isn't SZ or DZ. Let's take a look at some examples. A VS 501SZ will work really nicely with a VL 620S controller, for example. So we're matching up the S on the controller with the SZ on the spa pack. But that same topside controller, for example, would not work on a spa pack that had a model number VS 501Z. Why wouldn't it work? Because there's no SZ, it just ends in Z. So you've got to match up the letters at the end of that spa pack model number with the model number of the topside control. Let's look at another example. So a GS 500Z spa pack would work really nicely with a VL 406T topside control, for example, but it would not work with a VL 702S, for example. Remember, because if it ends in S, you're looking for a spa pack that ends in SZ or SZ. So I think you get the patterns on the spa pack itself. If the spa pack ends in SZ or SZ, then you're looking for a topside control that ends with the letter S. If your spa pack control ends in D for Delta, Z for Zulu, DZ, then you're looking for a topside control that ends with the letter D. Totally confused? If you are, please do get in touch. I've tried to explain this as best as I can on this video. There's lots of different combinations, so if you're really not sure, just hit me up in the comments, or indeed get in touch via the websites, either buildahottub.com or parts, the number 4 and then tubs.com as well. Hopefully you found this short video useful. As always, I appreciate the view. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.